Hi guys, welcome to Geek Week. There's a lot to cover this week, so let's get started. The Sherlock minisode, Many Happy Returns, was released on Christmas Eve Day. For some reason I thought it was going to be released on Christmas Day, so it was really exciting to have it early, but also kind of overwhelming. I will put the link down below in case for some reason you haven't watched it yet. So, I'm a fan of the Anderson character development that we're getting. He's never been one of my favorites, but I don't think there was much evidence to put him very high on my list of characters. Now I think we're going to get to learn more about him, and I'm kind of excited for that. Rupert Graves as Greg Lestrade was brilliant, of course. I loved Papa Greg taking care of Anderson and checking up on John and everything. And obviously I'm so looking forward to him in the new series because Lestrade is one of my favorite characters and he always has been. I think the video message thing with Sherlock was a little too meta, a little too self-referencing, but Sherlock isn't always strict drama, and I get that. And I know that they wanted to have Sherlock footage without showing us Sherlock after the fall, so they did that. But I would have been content with just the part of the message with Sherlock acting like a little shit and not had that ridiculous I'll be home soon thing. I don't know. But obviously I can't wait for New Year's. It's going to be mission critical to get my hands on a watch link as soon as humanly possible. I have plans in place. I have links places and I have backup plans. This is really important to me. The other big thing this week was the time of the Doctor Who Christmas special, and Matt Smith's final episode. I've been heartbroken since the announcement that Matt Smith was leaving the series. I only started watching Doctor Who in 2012, so when I started watching, Matt Smith was the Doctor. Like, Eccleston used to play the Doctor, David Tennant used to play the Doctor, Matt was the Doctor. So, it's been really difficult for me, actually, to come to terms with his leaving. I've been upset about it for a really long time. Now, as far as the episode itself, I mean, it's easy to find flaws with Moffat-heavy episodes, but I don't want to focus on that. Because it was a really wonderful farewell, and I couldn't watch it until midnight on Christmas because it was Christmas Day, obviously, and I went to a bunch of different houses, so I didn't get home in time to see the first airing, and I had to watch the midnight re-airing, which meant that I had to watch it in the living room next to my mom's bedroom, and she was sleeping, and so I had to be quiet, but apparently, she heard me crying and she thought something was really wrong. Like, she thought something had happened in real life that was really wrong. Someone had gotten into an accident or died because I was crying for so long and I was crying so hard that she said it couldn't have possibly been media because I was crying so much. So that was pretty embarrassing. Because I really was trying to be quiet. I really wasn't trying to wake anyone up. But yeah, I cried a lot. I cried like 15 minutes before the episode started. I was like, oh my god, like it's happening. And then just intermittently throughout the episode, I would just start crying. And obviously, the end, I lost it. I cried for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes after the episode ended. Jenna and Matt both deserve all of the awards for their performances. They were both absolutely brilliant. It was cool how everything, like the cracks in reality and the silence and stuff, all came together in the end. Although having the silence back was scary. Thought we were done with them. The Weeping Angels scene was really scary too. There's a theory going around that Tasha Lem is actually somehow River's song. And as I've said before, River is my favorite character, but don't ask me any of the logic behind her. Because it's really convoluted, and I'm not the most knowledgeable about it, honestly. And I have no idea how she could be that character other than regenerations I think she has, but I have no idea. But the theories have to do with the conversations that Tasha Lem had with the doctor, how flirty they were, how he kissed her, how he told her that she was fighting a psychopath inside her, which is a very River Song thing. And the big thing for me was how she could fly the TARDIS, because we haven't seen anyone else able to fly the TARDIS besides River and the Doctor, and that was when I was watching the episode and the thought had not occurred to me yet, but I was watching it and that happened and I just kind of went, River? Because how else, you know? And also, Lem is Mel backwards, so there's that. And I know River Song had the goodbye sweetie moment in the Series 7 finale, but there was also like a spoilers line in there that makes me think that Stephen Moffat isn't done with the character. So, time will tell, fingers crossed, because she is my favorite character. We also got our first glimpse of Peter Capaldi as the Doctor. It was a very short appearance, and we really don't know any more about his Doctor than we did before, other than it's confirmed that he's keeping the Scottish accent, which is because of Amy. I don't even care. There's no way, there's no other reason. It has to be because of Amy. I loved the actual regeneration sequence. I loved the appearance of Amy. I sobbed a lot. Taking off the bow tie was an absolutely perfect touch. And I actually liked how sudden Capaldi's appearance was. I think people forget that in Classic Who, all the regenerations looked different. So to complain that every regeneration has to look the same is not cool. What I liked about the suddenness about it was, at that point, I was totally losing it. I was shaking and sobbing, but it was so sudden, that moment where he jolted into Capaldi, that it startled me, and I kind of jumped, and I stopped crying, and I just stared. You stop crying long enough to pay attention to these first few really important seconds of Peter as the Doctor. And then when the episode ends, you can start sobbing again. And it actually mirrored what happens with Clara. She's crying, she's like, please don't go, and then he jumps into Capaldi and she stops and she stares. So I thought that was really cool, and I thought it was exactly what needed to happen. And, you know, we probably won't get, you know, what Capaldi's wearing and what his personality is and all that kind of stuff until a really long time from now. So, the era of 11 is over. I literally want to cry just thinking about it. Probably in the future, if people ask me who my Doctor is, I'll say Matt Smith, and I don't know. My heart's broken. What can I say? I am in the planning stages of a different kind of video for this channel, a non-geeky themed video, just to give some variety. I'm hoping it comes out the way I want it to, but it's taking me a while to plan, I guess because it's so different from what I've been doing and kind of personal. And I don't want to put something half-assed out there for it. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I have no idea when that will be ready. I don't know if that'll be next week's video